Hey, you guys. Welcome. I want the Love Island gang to gather here. Let's get this started. Before we even get this started, I would like to make an announcement. If you are my man and I'm dating you, you better give me two pancakes and a flower. Don't try me in the name of Huda. Okay, let's get down to the serious matter at hand. Last night episode was pretty good. I am happy for Nick and Sierra. They decided to like close off. To me, it's just like being exclusive, pretty much a relationship, right? So that was cute, Elan, he is so handsome. He is so handsome, but he need to have several seats. Cause not when Nick was jumping up. When Nick was jumping, he right here jumping and patting Nick in the back. Boy, go sit your curly hair down. He handsome, so handsome. But Nick was so excited. So excited. He was very excited and happy. And just looking at him, you saw all his teeth. You saw his tonsil and a little thingy thing in the back of his throat. Like you saw that. But it's cute to see that. And I really like Sierra. I really like her. She seems to be, I don't know, she has this matureness about her where she is the voice of reason, giving people these motivational, inspirational speeches. So she's, I like her in that. She a freak though. She a freak. But I like her freak. It's pretty good. Let's talk about, because I'm just going to go really quick. Let's talk about Huda and Chris. At first, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I thought initially, well, it looked like she brought Chris back to the villa, to look out for Chelly, because, Chelly had a crush on him. So, I don't know, that was the impression that I got. I didn't think she, initially, liked him like that, but I don't know. Well, from last night's episode, hey, it looked like something is getting started over there. But you guys, as we get to Huda, we're gonna start dissecting this right here, right? Okay. In the beginning, I was like, oh, Huda's very controlling because how she controlled Jeremiah. But as we get further into the episode, I'm like, okay, she's pretty cool, she's all right, body banging, she all right. But I honestly feel like last night, the way Chelly came at her, I don't know, it was just a little bit much, it was like, Chelly, I mean, maybe she could have scaled it, Huda could have scaled it back a little bit on her dance on Ace. But correct me if I'm wrong, maybe you guys don't agree with me, but I don't feel like what she was doing compares to how Chelly was getting down. To me, it just caught me off guard how she was really mad at Huda. But it's Chelly, did you see what you were doing? You literally you kissed Chris twice. You double back. But then you mad at Huda. First of all, Huda doesn't like Ace. She know that Ace is Chelly. You know what I'm saying? But here's the kicker, which I don't know about you guys, but I definitely understood where Ace was coming from 100%. And I honestly feel like Chelly was kind of going in circles. She was not being fair because if you take the time to really listen to what Ace was saying, pretty much, can you imagine, he right here, he's okay, he's into Chelly, he's close, because in the beginning, I was like, what is he doing? But he actually did it the right way, got to know everyone, but he still went back to Chelly, and then they end up coupling up. So it's he was focused on her, and I'm like, okay, Chelly, you're focused on him too. But can you imagine a slap in the face that Chelly lets him know, hey, since we're still open, I want to explore this option, like you want to explore Chris. So it's like, you want to explore Chris. So he knows that. Everyone knows that, you're feeling Chris a little bit. But in the challenge, you kiss Chris. How would you think Ace would feel? And when he tried to explain himself, it's like, I don't know, Chelly, like, I don't know, her reasoning or whatever she was trying to justify. Girl, listen to him and take the L, because I honestly feel like what Huda did, I didn't compare it to like what Chelly did. To me, I feel like Chelly's on was worse. I love Chelly, but Chelly, what the Chelly? What the Chelly? Like, no matter how you try to spin it, it was wrong to me. Cause and I can understand how Ace feel, because now it's like, damn, are you really like it's just like maybe Chelly's looking to see what's out there, and she probably doesn't want to lock it in with Ace. But like, I don't know, you guys, I just felt like Chelly kind of overreact. Y'all let me know, but I just feel like she was doing the most, because she kissed Chris twice. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't innocent. Yes, Huda was doing all of that stuff, but Huda doesn't want Ace. So I kind of felt like she was a bit harsh to Huda. And it kind of like felt sad just to see how Huda was hurt, because these women genuinely, you around these people for a long time, so you have a connection. I just didn't like how she made Huda feel. And although like I love Sierra, but sometimes, and maybe it's just me, and I'm just basing this based on what I see, y'all let me know, I feel like sometimes, like when she's talking to Chelly or Chelly's talking to her, it's like Sierra is all ready for Chelly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's my homegirl, I'm gonna ride with her regardless, if I feel like, okay, she probably was wrong over here. So I don't know. Last night, I mean, like, I kind of noticed it a couple of times, but I was just like, really, Sierra? Really? It's not that serious, right? But anyways, but like, I felt bad for Huda. You guys, we already know Huda has a good body, right? But girl, sometimes leave things to the imagination, because Huda be getting down now. Like, Huda be doing her thing. But like when she was on Chris and her legs was going, like, I was like, girl, save some stuff for the imagination. I don't know about y'all, but Sierra and Huda look like, they be getting down. But for some reason, Sierra's on is like, I know, a bit subtle. Like, it's like, it comes out when it's time, but Huda look like, girl, she be doing it. Huda be doing it. I mean, it's very fascinating to see what she could do. I'm impressed, but it's just like, girl, save a little bit of that for your man. You don't gotta show the world what you be doing, because we watching. But anyways, she's starting to grow on me, so I just, it was funny. Like when Andrina decided she wanted to do her shot with Pepe, she said she never felt rejected like that. I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't know Andrina like that, but just based on what I've seen before, I don't know, she does look a bit like the conversation is like boo, like the conversations don't look exciting. Body is banging for days. She seems more of an introvert a little bit. I don't know. It's just her conversation is giving boring. But like I said, I'm just basing it off of what I see, like what we all see, You guys, you know who I want to talk about. Let's talk about Tyler and Olandria Clark. You guys, I don't know. It's always been known that Tyler wasn't feeling Olandria like that, right? But could he have been a little bit transparent, like more transparent? Yes, he could have. But I look at it like this: they're young. Tyler's young, so this dude is still learning, so it's like, I can't really, punch him in the gut too much, but he gonna get a little, just, he gonna get a few punches though. But like, it's like, I feel like honestly, maybe in the beginning, like no one really kind of picked them. So it's like, oh, well, no, I think Alondra picked them. I don't know. But like, let's get to know each other. Nobody want to get voted out or whatever. And I think Tyler was just playing the game, because when Jalen was there, he felt a bit threatened that Alondra would pick Jalen, and he started doing like extra stuff so she would pick him. But I thought she would have saw through that, but she didn't. And it sucks because, she says she's a slow burner and it's the communication and stuff. But I feel like in previous episodes, she's like, oh, she's just waiting for him to kiss her, waiting to do this or whatever. I don't know. I feel like she kind of sensed it before, but it's like, maybe she second guessed herself, because maybe certain conversations that she was having with Tyler, she probably felt like, oh, okay, there is a chance, because I don't know what he's feeding her, but it's definitely a difference with his connection with Clark, because he's all cuddling and he's just kissing Clark like left and right. I feel like Clark, it's a sticky situation. I don't know, like, you guys, I honestly feel like last night's episode, all right, Alondria, like, the dude already tried you already. Like, I felt like what she did, I don't know, she wanted the man or whatever, or she wanted to get his heart rate. We all know she still has feelings for him, and it's hard to just like shut those feelings off, But girl, don't have him looking like, have you looking crazy, because I don't know, like when she was doing all of that in the previous episodes to him, I was just like, girl, he has Clark, he picked her. So out of respect, like, because at this point, Tyler's just telling her whatever, and she's like, yeah. I mean, last night episode, she said she's gonna like talk to other guys. Let's see how that goes. But it's giving she is still going to try to pursue Tyler. I know it's hard for her to watch them, do their thing, but it's just like, girl, stop. Just please stop. Please. Like, come on. Hopefully her and Zach, was it Zach K? I don't know. I really don't know how that's going to play out, because I don't think she's really feeling him like that, because she needs to really get over Tyler. And since she's a slow burner and her feelings were based on communication and the time that they spent together, so it may take some time for her to really get him out of her system, because she genuinely like him. Elon said something that made a lot of sense. He said, when someone ghosts you or you ghost someone, it's like whatever, what I'm saying? You don't got to worry about seeing the person. But then when a person ghosts you and you got to see that person, the person that they picked over you, it's like, oh my gosh, yo, Love Island is messy. It is messy, but we love it. You know what I'm saying? We love it. And I don't know, like, I feel like what we see, I wish like some of them would see what we see. And even in conversations, just to like notice, you guys, I'm just getting mosquitoes, just know like, hey, this guy is not for me. I don't know. I just don't like how Tyler has Alondra looking out here in these streets, but whatever. But, I like, back to Pepe real quick. You know what? I kind of like, Pepe got some points on that. Like, when he was like, I don't want to be going back and forth playing ping pong. He really want to take time and get to know Grace. I like that. Like, I like when a guy could just be like, hey, this ain't what it is. Let me go ahead and just focus on this, I don't know. It makes the guy more sexy, so we'll see how that develops. I'm pretty sure more islanders are gonna come. I'm hoping that Alondra does find someone. And Elan, oh, he is that man. Where a grown man at? Like that look like him. He is handsome. He is so handsome. That curly hair. He's just so handsome. I really hope he finds someone. And another thing I wanted to, I was surprised by Chris's maturity when he was talking to Huda, and he was he was really giving her comfort. And I find that really sweet. And I was like, damn, at his age, for him, the way he was talking to her and just giving her reassurance. And when Huda was she's never been treated good before, when she said that, I was like, damn, I kind of felt bad, sad for her. But when Chris was really comforting her and doing that, was so beautiful. Golly, I see where, he said he had what, 7 sisters or 6, but yeah, that was really nice. I he got some kudos for that. I really like that. So you guys, this was my quick summary. I just wanted to talk about this. I wanted this to be my first video, but you guys, I'm looking forward to tonight's episode. But yeah, I really enjoy Love Island, I don't know, I guess because the messiness, we just love it. And we love seeing a love story unfold. We love to see genuine people who really like each other and they get to know each other, but also explore others. And this is the thing that people need to do, especially when it comes to a show like Love Island. You got to date everybody. You can't just put all your eggs in one basket. Yes, you can like the person, they're cute, but still get to know others. Come on. But you guys, the kissing, the kiss with Huda and Chris, I was like, damn, that's going for a long time. Okay, Peacock. Okay. It was a lot of, the way they be kissing, I just be like, clutching my pearls. Damn, your parents are watching. But hey, it is what it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this brief summary. But hey, Love Island gang, this is where we're gonna gather. I'm gonna give my my little take on this, and want to see who's on the same page, who kind of see the same thing that I see. But yeah, let's do this. We're here till the end, okay? And I saw that there's the Villa and Beyond. I guess that's gonna start soon too. So I'll probably start watching that because I did like last season. So yes, you guys, let's do this, okay? Later, bye.